What's up, guys? Hades here. So today I want to go over the tier list and update it. There's been a lot of changes and a lot of things I want to update. I'm going to walk us through two of the biggest new teams and kind of a little bit of a shift at the top. So let's jump right into it. So the first weak link after reevaluating this about 2 months later is this team here in the S tier. It just needs to be replaced. It's still good, and I'm going to put it at the back of S tier, but it needs to be replaced with this team. And I'm going to show you a replay with this team and just how different it looks when you have Fufei, where you can't be controlled, and when you have Athena, where the healing never stops, right? It's just so much stronger in almost every way. It looks the same, but it's not. You'll see in just a moment how different it looks. We will put this one to the back of S tier. But jumping into the game here, I have a arena up report that kind of shows this power. It's right here. And it's kind of hilarious how little I do compared to the Himiko. Himiko's doing, what Poseidon usually does, 50 to 60 million. And it's just almost impossible to find. You're going to watch here in the replay what's happening. I am using Battle Stance, Executioner, and Demonic on my Poseidon. I am a bit injured from the previous fight, but it shouldn't make that much of a difference. But you'll see here that it really does make a huge difference. Poseidon is still stuck. I do have a report against his exact team in Throne, where I was using no Battle Stance, and instead I had Blade Vortex. And now finally he's moving. And I'm already down 20% by the time, Poseidon starts going, but now it's just too late. He's taking too much damage. I'm not getting the heals back. I'm getting one of my healers in the realm. And there's just not a lot of damage to be output. Essentially, this team has very little weakness. It can lose to some top tier hybrids just because they go so quickly, but even those don't do too well. The only reason is Himiko can't put the 2 carries in the realm, so it's a soft counter. But this team in general, very, very strong, absolutely S tier, and it only takes 2 chaos, right? It only takes 2 chaos. It's pretty fantastic. You do need some of these important skills, Spring of Life and such. You need, and I don't know, I don't even like guarding guards the YSS, and it just still works. So these kind of teams, S tier through and through. Now this one is very interesting, and so is this one. Again, Earth is still dominant. There hasn't been much that can beat it, and I will continue to add to this list as we play the game. But these two marches have Bjorn in common. There has been no Bjorns on this list yet, but Bjorn has been playing a very important role, and I want to show you where. So my wife played against a Bjorn here, and this is that team I put. Obviously the Tomeris is maxed out and this one's not. I just made a makeshift one for a screenshot, but this team is legit. Tutankhamun can be a serious carry. We've learned this in Throne, or excuse me, in Open Arena. He can be absolutely the carry. And if you're not getting confused, you're just gonna win, right? He just has everything it takes. He can be Poseidon-esque. He can be Alex-esque. And when you combine the Withered Realm from Bjorn, you're really going to get a lot of DPS. Now, a lot of people don't quite understand Bjorn, so I'm going to go over him real quick. He puts a Scorched Earth under, and it's like a cone. It's affecting 3 different players. And they take 20% increased damage, and you get 30% resilience on your front line. You also get, and there's this little detail, at the same time you gain 25% physical attack as lifesteal. So when you combine him with Tutankhamun, or in the case of the other one, with Alex is getting bonus lifesteal. He's doing bonus 20% damage. Tutankhamun is doing bonus 20% damage. These fights are hilarious. She has a solid team. All these things are things you want. Obviously, it's not super ideal. Toxin's not lined up against the Teuton, and she was missing an aura, and I updated the marches a little bit. But the fact is, it's very powerful, and a lot of these immortals are very simple to get through Stellar, and the dragon again is free. So I want to watch this replay real quick, just to see, so you can see what Bjorn's doing and what Tutankhamun's doing. She even has a 8% boost, or 8% HP advantage off the start of the fight. Tutankhamun has a little bit of damage taken off, but he's going to heal it all back. He's going to get that bonus lifesteal. He's going to get the lifesteal off of his ultimate. And this power, like the artifacts on this march, are not very high, and they're not very like perfect. Even gets a double confuse here from the front low. Tutankhamun's hitting his own team. The backline's nearly dead, and then poof, heal, heal, heal. They're back to half or full. Tutankhamun's raining it down, and he does 70 million damage. We've seen this in Open Arena, but not many people use him as a main carry for some reason, but he really is a top tier carry, and I think he deserves to be on this list. And this, remember, this power differential on these two teams is actually about 40,000, which is kind of shocking. So this absolutely deserves a top tier spot. I actually think both of these are really good. If you watched my video on my last IB match, I showed this march. I believe it's here. Here. This Bjorn, Himiko, Alex team just doing work. Alex out carrying Poseidon 60 million in a minute 17. Crazy damage. Same concept. Bjorn puts the realm on these three characters, and Alex just goes to work on the front with the new skills and just, you know, abusing what he has. It's just gonna be so much damage. So these skills, I believe, belong in the S tier. I actually like these two marches more than these marches here. I'm gonna drop this down into A tier, and I'm going to add these two new Bjorn, Alex, Bjorn, Tutankhamun teams into the S tier. I think they really belong there. They have made a pretty big impact in a lot of different fights I've seen, and they really have made their way. Now, I would love to see some new Thunder teams or some new Fire teams. I will be adding Shadow in the near future, so stay out on the lookout for this. These teams have not changed much. I think a lot of the big whales are experimenting into Anubis. I have not personally thought it was better than this, so I haven't decided where to put it on the list, and I will refine this over time and make it more precise. And yeah, I hope you guys like these kind of videos, and if you do, leave a comment below, and I'll catch you in the next one.